I'm back. Okay, I've got to try to keep this under 5 minutes so that hopefully the whole thing will upload. So I'm going to have to make it short and sweet. No rambling. So let's stop rambling and get started. The pH for this, this is my water test results. I've done these before, but I'm recording them in case I, lose this notepad and yada, yada, yada. So my pH is at 4.3. Seems to have stopped dropping at least. Well, there's 1 point drop, but that's better than an entire, an entire range. It's just kind of 1 point. The millisiemens is gone up to 93, and the parts per million have gone up to 663. So then if I look, there's a broken test tube. That happened as I was filling the vials with water. One broke. So looking at the vials, my ammonia is pretty good. It has a slight tinge of green to it still, but it's pretty good. Nitrites are very good, like they always are. And nitrates, well, it's a little bit dark. It's around 40 parts per million probably. So it's time for a water change. So I'm going to clean these and I'm going to get to the water change. And we will see if anything comes down next week. But it appears that my nutrient levels in parts per million that I want to stay under is, when we get into the 600s, then it's time to drop the parts per million a little bit, according to, all these tests that I do. Most people do, at least for plants, they just do the pH and the parts per million. So, you would have a reading of, 4.3 if the water was like mine for the pH. Incredibly low, it seems, but my plants don't seem to be complaining. And basically trying to stay under 700 for parts per million. Microsiemens, people don't seem to test for, and plant growers certainly don't do this API liquid testing that I do. But I do, because my theory is if you're wanting to change your environment to grow, probably orchids, because those are a little more finicky than houseplants, although I've basically just got Phalaenopsis that I'm doing well with. How are you going to change the environment to try and match mine if all you know is pH and parts per million? I don't know. It just seems to me that the more information you can get, like humidity, mine is staying around 80%. Well, the more things I can test for and tell you the results of the test, it's just going to be, that much more that you can try to control. But we're getting up on 5 minutes and I'm starting to ramble, so I'll talk to you next time.